New Jersey's great assets, Frank Pallone, congressman from this great state. Frank, I was telling the people before some of the fabulous statistics in the state on jobs, on economic activity, on all the great companies you have here. Frank is the chair of a very, very important committee in Congress that is focused on health care, and he's very busy right now on the health care reform activity that's going on. I served with him for many years and know him well and think he's one of the finest members that I ever had the privilege to serve with. So it's a great honor to call on my former colleague and the great congressman from the state, Frank Pallone.
Thank you very much, and I feel bad interrupting the panel here. I was kind of hoping I'd get here before the panel, but I don't know if that matters, I guess. I'm always interrupting by just being here. And I just want to pay tribute, if I can, to Dick Gephardt. I mean, I think most of you know all the contributions that he's made over the years to not only in Congress, where he was our Democratic leader for so many years, but just in general. And even since that time, he's been doing so many different things in the private sector that are important to our country and to our future. And so it's no surprise that he's here today moderating this panel and I guess the whole day on innovation in medicine and technology, which is so important to our state and our nation. I was just going to say, first of all, that I don't think there's any time, at least in the 20 or so years that I've been in Congress, when what you're doing in terms of innovation and medicine and technology is more important. In the middle of a recession, this is a sector that continues to create jobs and continues to create investments. And I don't think anyone would argue that if we don't continue to prioritize this kind of innovation in this country, that we'll fall behind. We've always prided ourselves as a nation in being the innovators, and certainly New Jersey takes no back seat to that. When I'm in Washington and people tell me where I'm from, I often mention that I'm from Menlo Park because of Thomas Edison, the people person, I guess, the New Jersey invention person who's most famous. And I say I'm the congressman from Edison, because Edison, of course, is named after him, the largest town in my district. And I take great pride in the fact that New Jersey and our state continue to be innovators. I wanted to mention, if I could, maybe we're doing so many things now. I mean, I believe very strongly that the federal government needs to play a major role in this area, whether it's dollars for research and development, or it's an effort to make sure that industries that are doing R&D are not overly taxed or overly regulated. It's very important for us as a federal government to play a role in all of those if we're going to keep innovation in the forefront. It extends to so many areas. It even extends to immigration policy, for example, because traditionally we've been a country where people and the best minds would come here because they didn't have opportunities in their country of origin. And even in that respect, the federal government plays a role to make sure that a lot of those people will continue to come here and study at our universities or decide to immigrate here if they feel they can do a better job here. So many of these things relate to the federal government. I don't have a lot of time to talk about all of them.